Meghan Markle wants to run for President of the United States. This is from Lady Colin Campbell, who's been a royal insider for decades. She's speaking out this week to claim that Meghan Markle has political dreams that include her potentially running for President of the United States. I believe it. Campbell, 70, told the Daily Mail that she believes Meghan's move to the U.S. with her husband, Prince Harry, was all part of her plan to launch a political career for herself. I know the Duchess of Sussex has political ambitions, and I've been told that one day she wants to run for president. I think everything she's doing, leaving the royal family and moving back to California, is part of her plan, and she's taken Harry along with her. So that's part one of this. I agree that Meghan does have plans, political ambitions. She's very open to that. Here's another article along the same lines, and this fills it in. Meghan Markle tells friends her instinct to leave the UK all makes sense now because she was destined to help fight systemic racism in the US, and she hasn't ruled out a career in politics. So now we're mixing in the BLM movement. Okay, so her political ambitions are very much tied to the BLM movement that's going on and the rioting occurring in the United States. The Friends said she's been speaking with Oprah and other community leaders on how she can be part of the solution. Meghan feels like her mission goes far beyond acting. She said she wants to use her voice for change and hasn't ruled out a career in politics. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Does Meghan Markle have aspirations to run for president? What does any of this have to do with Harry? Okay, Harry can't stay in the U.S. He has to give up his title as prince if he stays in the U.S. That's not going to happen. I don't believe Harry is with Meghan. Is Harry going to be first husband? She has a lot of political connections. She has drawn on the 72 PMs who made crazy statements on her behalf. She calls on Oprah, the Clintons, the Obamas, Justin Trudeau. She does seem to have political backing. She seems to be along the ilk of Ocasio-Cortez. You know, Meghan is absolutely ruthless. She seems to have just thrown aside Jessica Mulroney. Will she sue the royal family, you know, with allegations of racism, that she was treated unfairly? Because she's been saying this all along. I mean, how far will she go? I mean, she just seems to be throwing away Jessica, her ride or die friend. And will Meghan begin a campaign of slander against the royals? Because she seems to be doing this. She seems to be on a campaign of slander. You know, how far will she go to achieve her ambitions? And the new thing is, you know, the protests in America and worldwide, and looting and rioting. You know, how far will she go to align herself with this new political movement of the moment? So let's see. Does Meghan have political aspirations? Let's just do a mini. Does Meghan have political aspirations? Because I think she does. I think she's kind of demonstrated this. They haven't come to anything yet, but she just keeps hitting that, you know, singing that song, and maybe people will warm up to it. So does Meghan have political aspirations? Fence sitter. Does Meghan have political aspirations? Fence sitter. Maybe. Fence sitter reacts, doesn't act. So if the wind blows that way, she's open to it. City, all the people in the world, if people want her to run for office, that's her. This is how she sees it. If people want her to run for office, she will. Executioner, powerful, very, very powerful. 13:21:26. She wants the finger of God. She wants somebody to say, Meghan, you need to run for president. You know, this is a great theme in literature, is the reluctant hero. The hero initially rejects the call. That's what we see here. She wants some powerful people or the world or, a whole bunch of people in the world to say, you need to run for president. You need to run for office, Meghan. That's what she's waiting for, a consensus of people to say that she needs to run for political office, and then she'll do it. That's not a bad strategy. It's interesting. It probably means that she's a bit too flexible in terms of what she'll stand for and what she'll believe and what she'll get behind. So finger of God is influenced from outside. Angel, she wants to be, like a hero. She wants to be, like the current movement is interesting. The current BLM movement, because they do the most horrendous and evil things. There's a bunch of murders happening. They're rioting, they're looting, they're stealing. They divide people by race, and they do this intentionally. They're reestablishing Jim Crow. They're very divisive, but they promote themselves as the good guys, as the angels, saying that they have the higher moral ground, even though all the things that they do, a lot of the things that they do are really just morally, morally indefensible. And so that's how she sees herself. She sees herself as a rescuing angel. And that's how she wants to be seen. And that's why she gets so angry if anyone criticizes her. Anything that remotely sounds like criticism, she sues them. She's still suing the Mail on Sunday for saying things that she didn't want to hear. She doesn't think that puts her in the best light. And maybe Meghan doesn't know what the media actually does, but they do that to everybody. Their job is to report the news. As my job is to report the news at this point. I don't just report the news, I comment and I analyze the news. All right, what do we have in the future? We have two queens, Mother Earth and Fox, and Hand in Hand. Again, a whole bunch of people cards, and the environment with the people, 24, 30, 8 diamonds, the environment with the people. If this is the right move, the Fox is very wise and clever. If this is the right move and the people want it, she'll do it. So overwhelmingly, does Meghan have political aspirations to run for president? She wants the people and powerful people, Oprah, the Clintons, the Obamas. She wants powerful people to get behind her and push her, finger of God, into this. And she especially wants a groundswell of support from the public. That's not unwise at all. I mean, that's how you get there. But a lot of these candidates, nobody knew who Barack Obama was before he held political office in Chicago. And then when he ascended to the presidency, everybody knew who he was. When he started running, everybody knew. So let's look at this King of Spades. Does Meghan have backing from these powerful political people? Oprah, the Clintons, the Obamas, Justin Trudeau. The list goes on. The 72 MPs. I think, the 72 MPs, they don't know Meghan. They really don't know anything about Meghan. So it's kind of odd that they would come out so strongly for her. So I think that the political people, they seem to be really driven by the tides of public opinion, more so than anything else, more so than facts or science or anything. So let's look at Meghan, because Meghan is here, and these powerful political people, Oprah, the Obamas, Clintons, Justin Trudeau. Does she have their backing? Are they kind of backing her? Meghan and the powerful political people. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. 8 and 11, 19, 5 clubs. So Meghan, strong rooting here. Keeping it, it's really underneath. But yeah, this seed is planted. She is, and mustard seed is sending out the message. She's sending out the message that, without throwing her hat in the ring, this is something that she's interested in. So she is letting people know, because she's really an amazing networker. She is somebody who talks to everybody. And I think that's what happened with Archwell. She mentioned it to the wrong people. She was just doing her natural networking thing and seeing how people would react to the name Archwell and her vision. And it got out to the wrong people, and then they snapped up the domain names. So, and caused her and Harry, if Harry sticks with her, a whole lot of trouble. So she is interested. She is putting out the feelers that she's interested in the political, in politics. Okay, she's definitely open to that. The side of the powerful political people is very interesting. We have the Devil and Roadblock and Olive Tree, 11 and 11, 22, 6 diamonds, 2 sixes. The number of the Devil is 666. We just have 2 sixes here. So the powerful political people are entirely selfish, and they want to use Meghan. They don't feel like it's her time. They don't feel like it's her time yet. But their interests, the powerful political people, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Justin Trudeaus, their interest in Meghan is completely selfish. How can you benefit me, Meghan? How will you benefit me? And I think it's just not the right time at this point. In the hidden situation, we have home and karmic shift. Meghan is trying to change radically the people closely associated with her, the people who consider her, the people in her house. Okay? The people in your house are the people closest to you. Come, let us break bread together. Anybody that you're going to break bread with, and let into your inner circle. Jessica Mulroney was definitely one of these people. She was the ultimate ride or die, and Meghan seems to be just throwing her away, which is very disturbing in terms of character. I think Meghan should be very, very strongly defending and protecting Jessica, because I don't think anybody actually believes that Jessica is a racist person. I don't think anybody actually believes that, and I don't think that Jessica is. And it's really unfair to just be labeled with that and then have everyone turn on her just because she said the wrong thing. Nobody actually believes these are the facts, but people pretend to be triggered by something that is said, and then suddenly you're the devil. Jessica Mulroney is suddenly the devil. And it's not true. That's not a true reflection of her character and all the years. I don't know, she's maybe 40 years old. 40 years of behavior and activity on the earth, and suddenly she says the wrong thing, and her whole life is canceled. It's very strange. And it's really strange that Meghan, her bestie, doesn't stand up for her. That's really disturbing. And that says to me, Meghan really wants to change the people around her. She wants to get new people around her that can propel her into her new goals, which do include politics. What's this underneath? Incubus, succubus, 8 spades, and coffin. 10, 18, 5 diamonds. This is bad reputation, negative relationships, and ending. Okay, in the near future, she has a lot of bad relationships. I think divorce and separation for Harry and Meghan are coming up, and that's going to create a lot of bad press for her, and that's coming. That's just hiding underneath, and I think that that's really going on right now, and we're just not hearing about it yet. How far will Meghan go? Will she sue the royal family for racism? Because she can. I think you can. Let's back up. I think you can sue for just about anything. And I think, she's suing the Mail on Sunday, the Daily Mail, the Sun, and Telegraph, I think, for mistreating her and blah blah blah, and essentially treating her unfairly and bullying her. All of those bullying and treating unfairly charges were just thrown out in the preliminary hearing. So only the technical aspects are remaining. Will Meghan Markle literally sue the royal family for racism? Because she's just been trying to drag them into the mud so that she can stand on that mud. Will Meghan sue the royal family for racism? We have 2 10s. 33, yes. 9 hearts, yes. Worst possible result, a long-term thing, manifesting her long-term plan and the worst possible result. This is a win-lose situation. If Meghan wins, the royal family loses. If the royal family wins, Meghan feels that she loses. There's no win-win with Meghan, and that's how it was for my narcissist. So she felt that she was competing with me, which is so strange. I was doing things to benefit her, and all she was doing was things to harm me. How can you benefit someone when all they're doing is trying to harm you? You can't. And she's doing this to Harry. Everything that she's doing to Harry is, in my opinion, to harm him. I think she's actively trying to harm him. So it's her long-term plan to destroy the royals, to completely destroy them, to completely demolish their reputation. And then the Rose Hanbury affair, the exposure of the Rose Hanbury affair, comes to mind. And we believe that Meghan exposed the Rose Hanbury affair. So absolutely, she would sue them. Absolutely. Underneath. Now, it's interesting, Charles is sending them millions and millions of dollars. I think if she gets ugly enough, and I think she's already too ugly to them, he's just going to have to cut off that money. Okay, because he is funding her attacking the royal family. Underneath, butterfly, woman, cornucopia, 20, 5 spades. The woman and the money, and transformation. Well, blockage, the money is going to be blocked and transformed. Underneath the money is going to be cut off. That could say the money is going to be cut off. If she goes after them, the money just gets completely cut off from the royal family. Good, that's what it has to be. But yes, she absolutely would sue the royal family for, she'll go as far as it takes. And she's absolutely ruthless. Will Meghan start a campaign of accusing the royals in social media to raise her profile in the BLM movement? Because she seems to have been doing this all along. Meghan Markle escaping the royals. Nobody seemed to watch that. Then now this book is coming out by Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran. It's a hagiography, which is a book of worship. And it's putting her in the best light. She's always right. She's an angel, and they're just devils. And that's the new thing today. So will Meghan start a campaign in social media to raise her profile in the BLM? Because it really seems that Meghan's sights are set on BLM now, in becoming a leader in the BLM. All right, will Meghan start a campaign? Aces are starting. Okay, her heart, communicating her heart, speaking her truth. 12, 13, 4 hearts. She's constantly doing this, constantly. It's not that she's going to start anything. She's been doing this all along. And this is how she does it. She's constantly attacking. She's never going to stop attacking because she's always right and you're always wrong. The royals are always wrong. And it's win-lose. If Meghan wins, the royals lose. She feels that she's pitted herself against the royals. And I actually think that, without saying so, I think she's actually pitted herself against Harry. And the longer Harry stays around, the worse he's going to be damaged until she finally kills him. Okay, either publicly or literally. There's not room in her. I don't think there's room in her world for Harry, for anyone to compete with her shine. And I think she's just going to completely destroy him if he doesn't leave. What's underneath? Cross, the marriage, broken marriage, and the foundation, 11, 13, four hearts. Okay, so is she starting a campaign? This is the breaking of the marriage and her foundation. This is breaking up the marriage. So she's constantly attacking the royals, and in the midst of this is breaking up her marriage. So the separation and divorce keeps coming up in the underlying situation for all of these reads that we're doing recently. And that, I think, is what's really happening. And that's what we're not seeing yet. We're going to see that very soon. So let's review. Does Meghan have political aspirations? Yes, but she's the reluctant hero. She wants a groundswell of the public to say that she needs to run, and she wants powerful people to fund this and push her. Okay, so she's really reacting to what's going on. She wants other people to get behind her before she's going to stand in front. And she's going to do their bidding. Okay, looking at the powerful people, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Justin Trudeaus, and the Oprahs. Are they standing behind Meghan to push her? They are entirely selfish, and they feel that this is not the time. They want to use her as a pawn. Okay, and I think Ocasio-Cortez is a good example. They did this very narrow thing where they made the block of people who are voting for Ocasio-Cortez very, very narrow subsection of people. And then they funded her with huge amounts of money, and that's how she got into office. That's the kind of thing that it looks like the Illuminati, the high people, are doing. They're just entirely selfish about what they want out of Meghan. They're going to fund her, and she's going to do exactly what they want her to do. Meghan is very open. She's kind of behind the scenes talking to people. That's what she does. Oh yeah, I'd be interested in running for office. She's very interested in changing who she's closely associated with. But there's a lot of bad stuff for her coming up. A lot of bad stuff. And that bad stuff, I think, is the divorce and can definitely damage her reputation. 8 spades is the damaged reputation card. So that's all coming up, like right away. It could definitely damage her reputation. Would Meghan go as far as suing the royal family for racism? This adds 9 hearts, 33. Yes. There is nothing off the table for Meghan. She is long-term. She's going for broke. I think, 10 spades is the worst possible result. She wants to, annihilate them. I don't think she would admit that. I don't think she's going to come out and say that, because if you say these things, then the royals will go on attack. Maybe they're watching my videos. I don't know. If they are, maybe they'll take a stronger tone with Meghan. But underneath, and that would result in all the money, her situation completely transforming and all the money being cut off. Of course. Is Meghan going to begin a campaign of, in the social media? This is what she's been doing all along. Okay, and underneath we have the marriage and the foundation and separation and divorce. So Meghan does have political aspirations. She's waiting for the big hitters, the Illuminati and the people, to get behind her. But underneath and through all of this is all of the trouble going on with Harry and the marriage and all of those secrets. And if any of the secrets that she's hiding about Archie and the false pregnancy get out, this is really going to damage her. And that, I think, is what we're looking forward to in the near future. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. The cards have arrived. I'm picking them up. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who have bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.